Dr. Barbara O'Neill's Cure for Neuropathy. A comprehensive guide to curing and preventing neuropathy using Barbara O'Neill's natural herbal remedies. Introduction. There comes a moment in life when pain begins to whisper through your nerves, a dull tingling, a burning sensation, or a strange numbness that refuses to leave. For many, this is the silent beginning of neuropathy, a condition that slowly steals comfort, mobility, and peace of mind. Doctors often prescribe pills that numb the pain for a while, but rarely address the root cause. The body becomes dependent, the heart grows weary, and hope begins to fade. But in the midst of this frustration, a different voice calls, a voice of truth, simplicity, and nature's wisdom. That voice belongs to Dr. Barbara O'Neill, whose life's work has helped thousands rediscover the body's God-given ability to heal itself. Dr. O'Neill believes that healing begins when we stop fighting the body and start listening to it. Every symptom is a message, and every ache is a signal pointing us toward an imbalance. Neuropathy is not merely a disease of the nerves. It is often a reflection of years of neglect, toxic buildup, poor circulation, and nutritional deficiencies. The good news is that the damage can often be reversed naturally, safely, and effectively. The human body is a masterpiece of restoration when given the right environment in which to thrive. This book, Dr. Barbara O'Neill's Cure for Neuropathy, was written for those who are tired of temporary relief and long for real transformation. It is for the man who wakes up with burning feet and wonders if he will ever walk freely again. It is for the woman whose hands tremble with pain while she works, but still hopes to regain strength and stability. It is for every person who has been told, "You'll have to live with it," but dares to believe there must be another way. Inside these pages, you will discover the principles, remedies, and lifestyle practices that Barbara O'Neill has taught for years. They are simple, practical, and rooted in the wisdom of creation. You will learn how to cleanse your blood, nourish your nerves, and awaken the natural healer within. From herbal teas that calm inflammation to food combinations that help repair damaged tissues, every remedy shared here is accessible and easy to apply. This book is not about miracle cures or quick fixes. It is about establishing a daily rhythm of healing, one that respects the body's design and embraces nature's pharmacy. Barbara's approach is holistic, treating not only the body, but also the mind and spirit. True healing, she teaches, begins with restoring faith. Faith in your body's intelligence, faith in natural laws, and faith that your health can be renewed. When you begin to eat consciously, move purposefully, and think positively, every nerve fiber in your body responds. You may have suffered for years, but your story does not have to end in pain. Healing is not a distant dream. It is a journey you can begin today. Let this book be your guide, your companion on the path from discomfort to discovery, from pain to peace, and from brokenness to balance. The cure is not outside of you. It begins within you, and nature is waiting to help. Chapter 1. Understanding Neuropathy, the Hidden Nerve Disorder. Pain has a way of humbling us. It slows us down, forces us to listen, and often reveals how deeply connected every part of our body truly is. Neuropathy, though often misunderstood, is one of those conditions that demands our attention. It creeps in quietly, beginning as a mild tingling or numbness in the hands or feet, and before long it can feel as though the body has betrayed itself. Yet, as Dr. Barbara O'Neill often reminds us, the body is not the enemy. It is a messenger sounding an alarm that something within has gone out of balance. Neuropathy, in its simplest form, is nerve damage. The word comes from neuro, nerve, and pathy, disease or disorder. It refers to a breakdown in the communication network between the brain, spinal cord, and the rest of the body. When these delicate nerve fibers become injured, compressed, or deprived of nutrients, they begin to misfire. This can result in sensations of burning, tingling, numbness, or stabbing pain, as though electricity were running wild beneath the skin. But not all neuropathy is the same. There are several types, each affecting the body differently. Peripheral neuropathy is the most common and affects the nerves outside the brain and spinal cord, particularly those in the hands, legs, and feet. This is the type that often troubles people with diabetes and those exposed to toxins or suffering from poor circulation. Then there is autonomic neuropathy, which affects involuntary functions such as blood pressure, digestion, and heart rate. Some people experience focal neuropathy, which strikes suddenly and affects a specific nerve, leading to localized pain or weakness in areas such as the face, thigh, or chest. Finally, proximal neuropathy, often seen in older adults, causes severe pain and weakness in the hips, buttocks, or thighs. Each form points to deeper issues within the body, whether nutritional, metabolic, toxic, or structural, that need to be addressed from the inside out. The many faces of the cause, neuropathy, rarely appears overnight. It is often the result of long-term imbalances in the way the body processes energy, handles toxins, and maintains circulation. One of the leading causes is diabetes, where consistently elevated blood sugar levels damage the tiny blood vessels that nourish the nerves. Without adequate blood flow, the nerves are deprived of oxygen and nutrients, leading to pain or loss of sensation. However, diabetes is not the only culprit. Toxins, whether from alcohol, cigarette smoke, heavy metals, or certain household chemicals, can slowly poison the nervous system. Some people develop neuropathy after years of medication use, especially chemotherapy drugs, antibiotics, or cholesterol-lowering statins that may deplete essential nutrients. Another often overlooked cause is nutritional deficiency. Nerves rely on vitamins such as B1, B6, B12, folate, and minerals like magnesium to transmit clear messages between the brain and body. When the diet is poor or digestion is compromised, these nutrients become scarce and the nervous system begins to weaken. Infections can also play a role. Viral, bacterial, or fungal infections may leave behind toxins that irritate nerve tissues. Even physical injuries, such as spinal misalignments, fractures, or repetitive strain injuries, can compress nerves and lead to chronic discomfort. For many individuals, neuropathy develops from a combination of factors. Chronic stress, poor circulation, inadequate nutrition, and toxic overload, all gradually eroding nerve health until symptoms become impossible to ignore. Recognizing the warning signs. The earliest signs of neuropathy are often subtle. A person may notice a mild tingling in the toes, a strange pins and needles sensation after sitting for a while, or occasional numbness that comes and goes. Over time, these symptoms may progress to burning pain, especially at night, or weakness that makes it difficult to hold objects, button a shirt, or walk steadily. Some people describe their feet as feeling unusually thick, as though they are walking on pebbles, cotton, or cardboard. Others experience sharp electrical shocks or sensations resembling insects crawling beneath the skin. In severe cases, the pain may disappear, not because healing has occurred, but because the nerves have deteriorated to the point where they can no longer transmit signals, leaving areas completely numb. What makes neuropathy particularly dangerous is that it often goes undiagnosed. Many people dismiss the early symptoms as poor circulation, aging, or fatigue. Others are told it is arthritis, fibromyalgia, or simply stress. Because neuropathy presents differently from person to person, it often remains hidden until significant damage has already occurred. Why modern medicine often misses the mark. When patients finally seek help, they are often prescribed painkillers, antidepressants, or nerve-blocking medications. These treatments may dull the pain temporarily, but they do not repair damaged nerves or address the underlying cause. Over time, higher doses may be required, and unwanted side effects such as fatigue, dizziness, dependency, and digestive issues may develop. Dr. Barbara O'Neill refers to this approach as managing disease instead of restoring health. It is like disconnecting a fire alarm without extinguishing the fire. The noise may stop, but the danger remains. Conventional medicine often views the body in separate parts, treating symptoms rather than addressing the entire system. But the nervous system cannot be isolated from the circulatory, digestive, endocrine, or immune systems. When one system suffers, the others are affected as well. This is why healing neuropathy requires a whole-body approach rather than a symptom-focused solution. Dr. Barbara O'Neill's holistic understanding of neuropathy. Barbara O'Neill's philosophy of healing begins with a simple but profound truth. The body is designed to heal itself when given the right conditions. Her approach to neuropathy is both compassionate and practical, rooted in an understanding of how the body naturally restores balance. She teaches that nerve damage is not necessarily permanent unless the nerves have completely died. Even then, surrounding tissues can often regenerate and establish new pathways when given proper support. The goal is not merely to silence the nerves, but to revive and strengthen them. Her healing framework begins with detoxification, cleansing the blood and removing the chemical, dietary, and environmental burdens that interfere with nerve function. Through fasting, herbal cleanses, and hydrotherapy, she encourages the body to eliminate toxins stored in the liver, kidneys, and fatty tissues. The next step is nourishment. The body cannot rebuild what it does not have. Dr. O'Neill emphasizes whole, unprocessed foods rich in nerve-supporting nutrients, including leafy greens, avocados, nuts, berries, seeds, and natural oils. She also advocates avoiding refined sugar, caffeine, alcohol, and artificial additives that drain the body of vitality. She highlights the value of herbal medicine as well. Herbs such as turmeric, cayenne, ginger, and St. John's wort may help reduce inflammation, stimulate circulation, and support nerve health. These remedies are often readily available in the kitchen or garden and have been used for generations. Physical activity and gentle exercise are also important components of healing. Walking, stretching, rebounding, and hydrotherapy help improve circulation, delivering oxygen and nutrients to starved nerves. Quality sleep and emotional rest are equally vital. Chronic stress releases hormones that constrict blood vessels, impair circulation, and intensify pain. Learning to breathe deeply, pray, meditate, and cultivate peace helps restore the body's natural healing rhythms. Dr. O'Neill's approach is deeply personal. She teaches people to work with their bodies rather than against them, listening carefully and responding with patience and compassion. Healing is not about fighting disease. It is about creating the conditions in which health can flourish. A message of hope. Understanding neuropathy through this perspective changes everything. Instead of feeling helpless, you begin to see the body as capable, intelligent, and resilient. The pain that once seemed like punishment becomes a messenger, guiding you back toward balance, nourishment, and self-care. Neuropathy does not have to define your future. With knowledge, patience, and the right natural approaches, you can support your body as it works to restore what has been lost. As you continue through this book, you will learn not only how to ease discomfort, but also how to strengthen your health from the inside out. Dr. Barbara O'Neill's teachings are built on years of observation, practical application, and compassion for those seeking better health. She has seen people who once struggled to stand regain strength and mobility, not through magic, but through consistent attention to the body's natural needs. If you take one lesson from this chapter, let it be this. Neuropathy is not the end of your story. It is a signal, a gentle but urgent call to restore balance, nourish your nerves, and renew your hope. Healing begins the moment you believe your body was created with the capacity to recover. The journey starts with understanding, and now you have taken the first step. Chapter 2, The Philosophy of Healing, Dr. Barbara O'Neill's natural approach. Healing is not an accident. It is a divine design. From the moment we are born, the body carries within it an extraordinary intelligence, a quiet wisdom that knows how to repair, rebuild, and renew. A wound closes without instruction. A broken bone mends itself with time. A cut forms a scar and gradually fades. Every cell, tissue, and organ was created with the capacity for restoration. This is the foundation of Dr. Barbara O'Neill's philosophy. The body is a self-healing organism, and when we understand and cooperate with its laws, health naturally returns. For many, this idea feels revolutionary because modern medicine has conditioned us to believe that healing comes from outside sources, from pills, injections, or surgeries. But Barbara's message is refreshingly simple. Your body already knows how to heal. It simply needs the right environment in which to do so. Throughout her decades of teaching, she has witnessed countless people overcome what were once considered incurable conditions, neuropathy among them, by returning to nature's principles. The body, a perfectly designed healer. The human body is a masterpiece of creation, a system of harmony and communication in which every organ relies on the others. The nerves, blood, and cells are constantly exchanging information, sustaining life without our conscious control. When neuropathy or any disease develops, it is not because the body has failed. It is because it has been overloaded, poisoned, or deprived. Dr. O'Neill often says, "The body never works against you. It only works for your survival. Symptoms, though uncomfortable, are the body's language. Pain, fever, swelling, and fatigue are not enemies to be silenced. They are signals asking for attention. When we suppress these signals with drugs instead of discovering their cause, we interrupt the healing conversation. Understanding this truth is the first step toward real healing. The goal is not to fight disease, but to create conditions in which health can thrive. When the blood is clean, the nerves are nourished, and the body's organs are free to function as designed, healing begins naturally. The importance of detoxification, hydration, and nutrition. Dr. Barbara O'Neill teaches that disease begins when waste accumulates faster than the body can eliminate it. In today's world, our bodies are burdened with toxins from processed foods, chemical additives, polluted air, and even some medications intended to help us. Over time, these toxins burden the liver, kidneys, and bloodstream, affecting the nerves that depend on oxygen and nutrients. That is why detoxification is a cornerstone of her healing method. Detoxification does not necessarily mean extreme fasting or expensive cleansing programs. It means supporting the body's natural channels of elimination. Sweating through exercise, breathing deeply, eating fiber-rich foods, drinking pure water, and allowing the organs of elimination, the skin, lungs, liver, kidneys, and colon to function efficiently. Hydration is equally vital. The nervous system depends on water to transmit signals smoothly. Dehydration thickens the blood, slows circulation, and can intensify nerve pain. Barbara emphasizes the simple discipline of drinking pure, clean water, not sugary beverages or carbonated drinks, but nature's own remedy. She often reminds her students that fatigue, brain fog, and even nerve tingling can sometimes disappear after a week of proper hydration and mineral-rich foods. Then comes nutrition, the most powerful medicine nature offers. Every cell rebuilds itself using the materials we provide. If those materials are poor, the body struggles to repair itself. If they are rich, vibrant, and natural, restoration follows. Foods high in antioxidants, vitamins B and E, healthy fats, and essential minerals support nerve regeneration. Barbara encourages meals made from living foods, greens, fruits, nuts, seeds, legumes, and herbs because they contain nutrients that help awaken the body's healing potential. For people suffering from neuropathy, she recommends a clean, whole food diet that eliminates processed sugars, alcohol, refined oils, and unhealthy fats that can contribute to inflammation and nerve damage. Instead, she prescribes simplicity. What grows from the earth helps heal the earth within you. Restoring balance through lifestyle, herbs, and faith in natural design. Barbara O'Neill's philosophy extends far beyond what we eat or drink. Healing, she insists, is a way of life, not an event. The body thrives in harmony with nature, rising with the sun, resting with the night, breathing fresh air, and moving daily. Modern life, however, has pulled many of us away from these rhythms. We sleep too little, eat too quickly, and carry too much stress. She often reminds her listeners that nerves cannot heal in an atmosphere of chaos. A calm environment, emotional peace, and a consistent routine are all part of the healing process. Something as simple as daily walks in the sunlight, moments of quiet reflection, or breathing exercises can help restore balance to the nervous system. Herbal remedies are another gift from nature that she encourages people to use. Herbs such as turmeric, ginger, cayenne, and Saint Ximena John's Wort are among her trusted allies for supporting nerve health and easing discomfort. Unlike chemical drugs that suppress symptoms, herbs work with the body by cleansing, nourishing, and supporting its natural functions. Each herb has its own unique properties. Cayenne stimulates blood flow, turmeric helps calm inflammation, and St. John's Wort is traditionally used to support the nervous system. When used wisely, they help the body return to balance. But perhaps the most powerful element of Barbara's approach is faith in natural design. She teaches that health was not man-made. It was divinely structured. When we align ourselves with nature's order, eating food from the soil, breathing pure air, and respecting the body's need for rest, healing can occur more effectively. It is not magic. It is cooperation with natural law. The dangers of chemical medications and why nature holds the cure. In our modern world, it is almost instinctive to reach for a pill when pain strikes. But Barbara O'Neill's years of experience have revealed the hidden cost of this dependency. Chemical medications often mask the problem while introducing new ones. Painkillers may silence the body's cries, but they do not remove the cause of the pain. Antibiotics can eliminate harmful bacteria, but they may also destroy beneficial flora that protect the immune and digestive systems. Over time, these drugs can create a cycle of dependency: one medicine to ease pain, another to manage side effects, and another to address complications caused by the first two. Barbara refers to this as chemical confusion, a battle within the body in which healing becomes increasingly difficult because the very system designed to sustain life is burdened by synthetic substances. By contrast, nature's medicine works in harmony with the body. Herbs, whole foods, sunlight, and water do not confuse the body, they support it. Garlic helps purify the blood, ginger supports circulation, and magnesium promotes relaxation and nerve function, all without creating dependency. When you choose nature's path, you are choosing balance rather than conflict. Barbara often says, "There is no drug that can make up for a lack of sunshine, fresh air, or good food." In her clinics, she has repeatedly witnessed what happens when people exchange chemical dependency for natural nourishment. Their pain decreases, their energy returns, and their spirits are renewed. Barbara's 8 Laws of Health. To guide people toward complete wellness, O'Neill teaches what she calls the 8 Laws of Health, timeless principles that help restore vitality to every system of the body. These laws are simple, but their power lies in their consistent application. Pure air, oxygen is life. Deep breathing and spending time outdoors rejuvenate every cell. Sunlight, a natural healer that strengthens bones, lifts mood, and supports overall health. Rest, the body heals most effectively during rest. Sleep is not a luxury, it is a necessity. Exercise, movement improves circulation, oxygenation, and the delivery of nutrients throughout the body. Nutrition, real food heals. A clean plant-based diet helps build strong tissues and restore energy. Water, both inside and outside the body, water purifies and refreshes. Drink generously and use it in baths, compresses, and hydrotherapy. Self-control, moderation protects health. Avoid overwork, overeating, and unnecessary stress. Trust in divine power. Faith brings peace, and peace is a powerful healing influence. Gratitude, prayer, and trust calm the nervous system and encourage restoration. These 8 laws are the pillars of Barbara's teachings. They remind us that healing does not belong exclusively to doctors or hospitals. It belongs to everyone who chooses to live in harmony with life's natural order. Stories of healing and hope. Barbara O'Neill's message is not merely theory. It is reflected in the lives of those she has influenced. One of her students, a man in his late 50s, came to her clinic with severe diabetic neuropathy. His feet were numb, his balance was unstable, and pain kept him awake every night. After 6 months of following Barbara's program, detoxifying his system, switching to a whole food diet, applying cayenne poultices, and walking daily in the sunlight, he reported something remarkable. The burning sensation had subsided, feeling had returned to his feet, and he was finally able to sleep peacefully again. Another woman, who suffered from nerve pain in her hands following chemotherapy, learned to use St. John's wort oil and ginger compresses while rebuilding her diet with green smoothies and mineral-rich broths. Within weeks, her energy improved and her pain diminished until it became barely noticeable. These are not isolated miracles. They are examples of what can happen when the body is given the opportunity to heal itself. Barbara does not claim to cure. She teaches people how to cooperate with the healing capacity already within them, a call to rediscover nature's wisdom. Dr. Barbara O'Neill's philosophy of healing is a call to return to simplicity, to nature, and to faith in the body's design. It invites us to slow down, nourish ourselves, and trust the gentle rhythm of restoration that is already written into our DNA. In the journey to overcome neuropathy or any chronic illness, this chapter reminds us that healing does not begin in the pharmacy. It begins in the garden, in the kitchen, and in the quiet moments when we choose life-giving habits over harmful ones. Nature is not against us. It is for us. And when we align ourselves with its laws, the body remembers what it was created to do: heal, renew, and live in vibrant health once again. Chapter 3. The Nerve Healing Blueprint. Reversing damage naturally. Healing the nerves is not a mystery. It is a process of returning the body to balance. According to Dr. Barbara O'Neill, the body is always trying to heal, but it often lacks the right environment in which to do so. Neuropathy, like many chronic conditions, is not an overnight event. It is the result of long-term imbalances, toxic buildup, nutritional deficiencies, poor circulation, or emotional stress that eventually weaken the body's communication system. In this chapter, we will explore the step-by-step natural healing blueprint that Barbara O'Neill teaches, a method that empowers the body to restore damaged nerves and renew vitality from within. Identifying the root cause of nerve damage. Every true healing journey begins with understanding. Before we can rebuild, we must uncover what has broken down. Dr. O'Neill often says, "You can't fix what you don't understand." Neuropathy can stem from many different causes, and identifying the specific cause or combination of causes affecting you helps determine the path to healing. For some, the cause is diabetes, which deprives the nerves of oxygen because of elevated blood sugar levels. For others, it may be poor circulation, toxic accumulation, or medication side effects that silently erode nerve integrity. In certain cases, nutritional deficiencies, especially in vitamins B1, B6, B12, and magnesium, are the hidden culprits. The body's electrical system, its nerves, cannot function properly if the nutritional wiring is weak. Barbara teaches that when you listen carefully to your body, it tells you what is wrong. Tingling may point to poor circulation. Burning may indicate inflammation. Numbness may reveal nerve suffocation caused by toxic buildup. Instead of silencing symptoms with medication, the first step is to observe and ask, what is my body trying to tell me? Once the cause is identified, healing becomes a journey of cooperation rather than conflict. You stop fighting symptoms and begin supporting your body's design for recovery. The stages of nerve repair and regeneration. Nerve healing happens in stages: slow, steady, and remarkable. Barbara likens it to planting a garden. You must prepare the soil, water it daily, and allow time for growth. There is no instant fix, but there can be consistent restoration. Stage 1. Cleansing the terrain. Before healing can begin, the body must be cleansed. Toxins that restrict blood flow and impair nerve function must be flushed out through proper nutrition, hydration, and effective elimination. Stage 2. Nourishing the nerves. Once the blood is cleaner, the body can absorb nutrients more efficiently. Foods rich in antioxidants, omega-3 fatty acids, and B vitamins act like fertilizer for the nervous system. Herbal teas and tonics support circulation and deliver beneficial compounds to damaged tissues. Stage 3. Rebuilding and regeneration. As inflammation subsides and nutrients flow freely, the nerves begin to regenerate. The myelin sheath, the protective covering around nerves, can rebuild itself when supplied with adequate healthy fats and minerals. Over time, tingling may give way to improved sensitivity and eventually greater strength. Stage 4. Restoration and maintenance. The final stage involves maintaining balance through lifestyle habits. Even after symptoms improve, continued care through healthy eating, regular exercise, adequate rest, and emotional well-being helps keep the nervous system strong. Dr. O'Neill often reminds her students, healing takes time, but every day you support your body, you are one step closer to recovery. How to cleanse the blood and improve circulation. In Barbara's philosophy, you are only as healthy as your blood. Nerves depend on clean, oxygen-rich blood for nourishment. When the blood becomes sluggish or overloaded with waste, nerve endings are deprived of what they need, leading to pain and degeneration. Therefore, one of the foundations of nerve healing is blood purification and improved circulation. To cleanse the blood naturally, Barbara recommends simple but powerful practices. Eat foods that purify. Leafy greens, garlic, beets, and lemon water help support the body's natural detoxification processes and healthy circulation. Avoid what clogs the system. Processed foods, sugar, fried oils, alcohol, and tobacco can impair circulation and place additional stress on nerve cells. Use herbs that cleanse and stimulate blood flow. Cayenne pepper, ginkgo biloba, and ginger are among her favorites. Cayenne acts as a natural circulatory stimulant, helping to open tiny capillaries and improve oxygen delivery to tissues. Ginkgo supports healthy blood flow to the brain and extremities, while ginger helps reduce inflammation and warm the body. Hydrotherapy and dry brushing. Alternating hot and cold water on affected areas helps stimulate circulation by encouraging blood vessels to contract and expand. Gentle dry brushing before bathing may help stimulate the lymphatic system, the body's internal cleansing network. When the blood flows freely, healing can progress more effectively. Every heartbeat becomes a messenger of life, carrying oxygen and nutrients to every cell, including the most delicate nerve endings. Rebalancing the body's pH and inflammation levels. Barbara O'Neill emphasizes the importance of maintaining a healthy internal balance. She teaches that excessive acidity in the body is often associated with inflammation, and inflammation can contribute to nerve discomfort. In her words, inflammation is the body's cry for help. A diet rich in processed foods, refined sugar, excessive caffeine, and heavily processed products can contribute to inflammation. In contrast, fruits, vegetables, and whole foods support overall balance. To encourage a healthier internal environment, Barbara recommends a plant-based, whole food diet rich in green juices, sprouts, and fresh herbs. Practical steps include starting the day with warm lemon water or cucumber water, including plenty of fresh greens such as spinach, kale, parsley, and celery. Using anti-inflammatory spices such as turmeric, garlic, cinnamon, and cloves in everyday meals. Reducing stress, since emotional tension can contribute to hormonal imbalances and inflammatory responses. When the body's internal environment is balanced, inflammation can decrease, helping to support the body's natural healing processes. The role of fasting and hydrotherapy. Among Barbara's most trusted natural therapies are fasting and hydrotherapy, two ancient yet powerful tools that she believes can support nerve recovery. Fasting, she explains, gives the body an opportunity to rest from constant digestion and redirect energy toward repair and renewal. During periods of reduced food intake, the body can focus on maintenance and cellular cleanup processes. There are different forms of fasting, ranging from a one-day fruit fast to intermittent fasting schedules or juice cleanses. Barbara encourages gentle fasting, especially for those recovering from chronic illness, while emphasizing the importance of proper hydration and nutrient-rich liquids such as vegetable broths and green juices. She often tells her patients, when you stop feeding the disease, you start feeding the healing. Hydrotherapy, the use of water for healing purposes, complements fasting beautifully. Warm baths, cold compresses, and alternating showers are not only refreshing, but can also be deeply therapeutic. Warm water relaxes blood vessels and muscles, while cold water stimulates circulation and invigorates the body. For neuropathy, Barbara often recommends hot and cold foot baths or castor oil packs, help promote circulation and provide soothing comfort. These treatments may seem simple, but they can support healthy blood flow and offer relief from tingling or burning sensations. Creating a personalized healing routine. True healing is not one size fits all. Dr. O'Neill teaches that every person's journey should be tailored to his or her unique needs, circumstances, and strengths. The blueprint she offers is flexible, a framework that can be adapted to individual lifestyles. A personalized healing routine might look like this. Morning. Begin with a glass of warm lemon water and a short prayer or meditation. Take a brisk walk outdoors to stimulate blood flow and enjoy fresh air. Midday. Eat a colorful, plant-based meal rich in greens, whole grains, and healthy fats. Avoid processed snacks and drink plenty of water throughout the day. Afternoon. Rest when needed. Apply a warm compress or use an herbal oil massage, such as St. John's wort oil or castor oil, on affected areas to encourage circulation and comfort. Evening. Take a warm bath with Epsom salts or enjoy alternating hot and cold foot baths. End the day with gratitude journaling or deep breathing exercises to calm the nervous system before sleep. Consistency is more powerful than perfection. Barbara encourages small daily actions rather than extreme changes. Every day that you eat cleaner, breathe deeper, move more, and rest better, your body takes another step toward regeneration. Bringing it all together. The Nerve Healing Blueprint is not a miracle plan. It is a partnership between you and your body. It is about returning to simplicity, understanding what went wrong, and giving your body what it needs to help restore balance. Dr. Barbara O'Neill's method reminds us that healing is not only physical, it is emotional, spiritual, and deeply personal. The nerves respond not only to nutrition and herbs, but also to peace, joy, and gratitude. When you calm your mind, your entire nervous system can begin to relax and function more effectively. The process takes time, sometimes weeks and sometimes months, but with patience, you may begin to notice positive changes: less discomfort, more energy, clearer thinking, and a renewed sense of vitality. Neuropathy may have silenced parts of your body, but this blueprint offers tools that can help you move toward greater strength and freedom. You are not broken. You are on a journey toward healing, and nature, patient, gentle, and wise, can be one of your greatest allies on the path back to wholeness. Chapter 4: Nutritional Medicine: Foods that Heal Nerves. Nutrition is the most powerful medicine nature has ever created. Every cell in the body, every nerve fiber, and every beat of the heart depends on the nutrients we provide. As Dr. Barbara O'Neill often says, your food is not just filling you, it's forming you. The body is a living reflection of the materials it receives. When we eat well, we heal. When we eat poorly, we decline. Neuropathy is not an isolated nerve issue. It is often a nutritional cry for help. The nervous system, being delicate and energy hungry, is one of the first systems to suffer when nourishment is lacking. This chapter explores how food can become your most faithful ally in reversing nerve damage and restoring balance. How nutrient deficiencies lead to nerve damage. Nerve cells are among the most sensitive and energy-dependent tissues in the human body. They require a constant supply of nutrients, vitamins, minerals, healthy fats, and antioxidants to maintain proper electrical communication. When this supply is disrupted, nerves begin to weaken, misfire, or gradually deteriorate. Dr. Barbara O'Neill explains that deficiency is often at the root of dysfunction. Nerves are insulated by a fatty layer called the myelin sheath. It acts like the plastic coating around an electrical wire, ensuring that messages travel smoothly from the brain to the body. Without the right nutrients, especially B vitamins and healthy fats, this sheath can deteriorate, leading to pain, tingling, and numbness. For instance, vitamin B12 deficiency can cause the myelin sheath to break down, resulting in nerve miscommunication and potentially permanent damage if left unaddressed. Vitamin B1, thiamine, helps convert food into energy for nerve cells. A deficiency can contribute to weakness and fatigue, common symptoms associated with neuropathy. Vitamin B6 supports neurotransmitter production, the brain's language of communication. Too little may contribute to nerve irritation, while excessive amounts from synthetic supplementation can lead to toxicity. Balance is essential. Beyond vitamins, minerals such as magnesium and zinc help regulate nerve impulses and muscle relaxation. Deficiencies may contribute to cramps, spasms, and heightened sensitivity. Alpha-lipoic acid, a powerful antioxidant, helps protect nerves from oxidative stress, the cellular rust caused by toxins and inflammation. Dr. O'Neill often compares the body to a car. If you put dirty fuel in your engine, don't be surprised when it starts breaking down. Neuropathy is often the body's way of saying, you've been running on empty for too long. Essential vitamins and minerals for nerve healing. Barbara O'Neill's nutritional approach focuses on reintroducing the nutrients the body needs to rebuild nerve tissue and restore communication between cells. She calls them nature's repair tools. Vitamin B12, cobalamin, helps support nerve fiber health and normal nerve function. Sources may include nutritional yeast, fermented foods, eggs, and grass-fed meats for those who consume animal products. Vitamin B6, pyridoxine, supports the production of serotonin and dopamine, which help regulate mood and nervous system function. Found in bananas, avocados, sunflower seeds, and spinach. Vitamin B1, thiamine, assists nerve cells in producing energy. Brown rice, legumes, nuts, and whole grains are excellent sources. Magnesium supports muscle and nerve function, helps reduce muscle tension, and promotes healthy sleep, found in dark chocolate, pumpkin seeds, almonds, and leafy greens. Zinc supports immune function and cellular repair. Rich sources include pumpkin seeds, cashews, and lentils. Alpha-lipoic acid, ALA, a naturally occurring antioxidant that helps protect against oxidative stress and supports healthy blood sugar metabolism, found in spinach, broccoli, and tomatoes. Omega-3 fatty acids, healthy fats that support brain and nerve health, help maintain nerve membranes and promote a balanced inflammatory response. Sources include flax seeds, chia seeds, walnuts, and cold-pressed oils. Each of these nutrients serves a unique purpose, but together they create a synergistic effect. supporting nerve structure, reducing inflammation, and promoting healthy nerve function. Nerve-repairing foods. Nature has provided a pharmacy of healing foods, and Barbara O'Neill's approach is to eat your medicine. Below are some of her most trusted foods for supporting and nourishing the nervous system. Leafy greens, spinach, kale, Swiss chard, rich in magnesium, folate, and antioxidants that support nerve health and help cleanse the blood. Avocados, packed with healthy fats, vitamin E, and potassium, all important for maintaining healthy nerve function and balance. Nuts and seeds, almonds, flax seeds, walnuts, and sunflower seeds provide omega-3 fatty acids and B vitamins that support nerve health and mental clarity. Turmeric, a powerful anti-inflammatory spice. Its active compound, curcumin, helps reduce oxidative stress and supports the body's natural repair processes. Garlic, traditionally valued as a natural blood purifier. Garlic supports healthy circulation and overall cardiovascular health. Ginger encourages healthy blood flow, supports digestion, and helps maintain a balanced inflammatory response. Berries, blueberries, strawberries, and blackberries are loaded with antioxidants that help protect nerve cells from oxidative damage and the effects of aging. Barbara often says, "Every bite can either build you or break you." Choosing whole, living foods brings vitality into the bloodstream, while highly processed and artificial foods can contribute to imbalance and disease. An anti-inflammatory diet plan for neuropathy relief. Inflammation is often associated with nerve discomfort. Reducing it through dietary choices is one practical way to support long-term well-being. Barbara's anti-inflammatory plan is not restrictive, it is restorative. It focuses on adding healing foods rather than becoming consumed with what must be removed. Morning routine. Start the day with warm lemon water to support hydration and digestion. Breakfast may include a green smoothie made with spinach, avocado, banana, and flaxseed. Midday. Enjoy a salad of mixed greens, cherry tomatoes, avocado, walnuts, and a dressing made from olive oil and lemon juice. Add a side of lightly steamed vegetables such as broccoli, carrots, or zucchini to increase mineral intake. Dinner. A bowl of quinoa or brown rice served with lentil stew seasoned with turmeric, ginger, and garlic. Finish the meal with herbal tea, such as chamomile or peppermint, to encourage relaxation and calm the nervous system. Snacks. Fresh fruit, nuts, or cucumber slices dipped in hummus. This style of eating may help support circulation, stabilize blood sugar levels, encourage detoxification, and promote overall health. Consistency is important. Within a few weeks, many people report clearer thinking, improved energy, and greater comfort in their hands and feet. Detoxifying the liver and pancreas for nerve recovery. Dr. O'Neill emphasizes that supporting nerve health begins with caring for the organs that nourish the body. The liver and pancreas play important roles in overall wellness. The liver helps process and eliminate waste products, while the pancreas regulates blood sugar, the body's primary source of energy. A sluggish liver may contribute to the accumulation of waste products in the bloodstream, while pancreatic dysfunction can lead to blood sugar imbalances that affect nerve health. Supporting both organs may contribute to improved overall well-being. For the liver, drink dandelion root tea or milk thistle tea to support normal liver function. Include beets, carrots, and lemons regularly, as they provide nutrients that support the body's natural detoxification processes. Avoid alcohol, refined oils, and highly processed foods that place additional strain on the liver. For the pancreas, reduce or eliminate refined sugars and white flour products. Use natural sweeteners such as raw honey or dates in moderation. Include bitter foods such as kale, grapefruit, and fenugreek, which are traditionally used to support healthy metabolic function. When these organs function efficiently, circulation improves, inflammation may decrease, and the body is better equipped to nourish the nervous system. Barbara's natural smoothie and juice recipes for nerve health. Dr. Barbara O'Neill often emphasizes that healing should taste as good as it feels. Her smoothies and juices are simple to prepare and designed to deliver concentrated nutrients directly to the body. 1. Nerve-nourishing green smoothie ingredients. 1 banana, 1 handful of spinach or kale, half avocado, 1 tablespoon flaxseed, 1 cup coconut water or almond milk, a slice of ginger, optional. Benefits: rich in B vitamins, magnesium, and healthy fats that support nerve health and help maintain a balanced inflammatory response. 2. Blood cleansing juice ingredients: 1 beetroot, 2 carrots, 1 green apple, half lemon, 1-inch piece of ginger. Benefits: supports liver health, encourages circulation, and provides antioxidants that help protect nerve tissues. 3. Anti-inflammatory turmeric tonic ingredients: 1 cup warm water, half teaspoon turmeric, a pinch of black pepper, 1 tablespoon lemon juice, 1 teaspoon honey. Benefits: supports a healthy inflammatory response, promotes digestion, and contributes to overall immune health. 4. Rejuvenating berry blend ingredients: 1 cup mixed berries, blueberries, strawberries, raspberries, 1 tablespoon chia seeds, 1 cup unsweetened almond milk, 1 teaspoon raw honey. Benefits: rich in antioxidants and omega-3 fatty acids that support brain health and help protect nerve cells. A personal note on food and healing. Barbara O'Neill's message is not about strict diets or deprivation. It is about rediscovering food as a sacred tool for healing. She often shares stories of people who transformed their health through nutrition. A man who improved his neuropathy symptoms after replacing processed meals with homemade vegetable stews. And a woman who regained sensation in her feet after months of drinking green juices and walking daily in the sunshine. Their stories reveal a universal truth. When you nourish your body with real food, your body responds positively. Healing nerves is not only about what you remove from your plate, it is also about what you add: color, life, and energy. Every fruit, leaf, and spice carries nutrients that work together to support the body's natural ability to repair and restore itself. The final thought: eat to rebuild, not just to survive. The path to recovery begins in the kitchen. Every meal is an opportunity to choose life, to choose foods that cleanse, nourish, repair, and renew. Dr. Barbara O'Neill's nutritional medicine is not about complexity, but about consistency and awareness. When you begin to see food as medicine and the table as your pharmacy, healing takes on a new meaning. Neuropathy may have been a wake-up call, but with nature's menu before you, each bite becomes an act of restoration, a reminder that the body, when nourished properly, is remarkably equipped to support its own healing and renewal. Chapter 5: Herbal Remedies for Neuropathy, Nature's Most Powerful Nerve Healers. There's something deeply comforting about nature's pharmacy, the way herbs, roots, and flowers grow quietly in the earth, waiting to help those who are willing to listen. Long before laboratories and prescription drugs, people turned to leaves, roots, and seeds for healing. Even today, with all the advancements of modern medicine, the wisdom of plants continues to prove its value, especially in the teachings of Dr. Barbara O'Neill. She has spent years teaching that the earth provides everything we need for recovery, and that true medicine does not merely suppress pain, but restores balance gently and effectively. In this chapter, we will explore how Dr. Res O'Neill uses the power of herbs to support those suffering from neuropathy, not by simply numbing the nerves, but by nourishing and revitalizing them. You will learn about essential herbs traditionally used for nerve discomfort and support, the safest ways to use them, and inspiring stories of people who found relief through nature's gifts. Understanding herbal medicine and using it safely. Herbal medicine is one of the oldest forms of healing known to humankind. Every culture has relied on plants for food, medicine, and strength. The beauty of herbs lies in their harmony with the human body. Unlike synthetic drugs that isolate a single compound, herbs contain numerous naturally occurring substances that work together, supporting the body rather than overwhelming it. Dr. Barbara O'Neill describes herbs as living medicines, intelligent in their design, balancing in their action, and gentle in their touch. They work with the body's natural healing rhythm rather than against it. However, she also emphasizes the importance of respecting herbs. Natural does not always mean harmless. Even plants can be misused if they are not understood and used properly. Here are Barbara's essential safety principles for herbal medicine. Start small. Introduce one herb at a time and observe how your body responds. Use quality herbs. Choose organic, non-irradiated sources whenever possible, preferably dried or fresh herbs from reputable suppliers. Consult when necessary. If you are taking medications, are pregnant, or have chronic health conditions, seek professional advice before combining herbs with conventional treatments. Be patient. Herbs often work gradually and deeply. Unlike many medications that provide rapid symptom relief, Herbs generally work in harmony with the body's natural healing processes. When used wisely, herbs can become valuable allies, helping to support circulation, maintain healthy inflammatory responses, and nourish the nervous system. Top herbs for nerve regeneration and pain relief. Dr. O'Neill often refers to herbs as God's handwriting on creation, each one possessing unique characteristics and purposes. Below are some of the herbs she frequently recommends for supporting nerve health and overall well-being. 1. St. John's Wort, the nerve healer. John's Wort is one of Barbara's most valued herbs for supporting nerve health. While it is often recognized for its traditional use in supporting emotional well-being, it is also widely used to support the nervous system. It is commonly used to help soothe discomfort associated with irritated nerves and to support the body's natural repair processes. Barbara often recommends it as part of a broader approach to nerve health. How to use. As a tea, steep 1 to 2 teaspoons of dried St. John's Wort in hot water for 10 minutes. Drink twice daily. As an infused oil, apply topically to areas of discomfort, especially before bedtime. Massage gently to encourage absorption and circulation. Barbara often recommends combining St. John's Wort oil with cayenne preparations for a warming and soothing effect. 2. Cayenne pepper, capsaicin, the circulation booster. Cayenne is often described as fire in plant form, but it is a healing fire. The compound capsaicin found in cayenne is known for its ability to support healthy circulation by encouraging blood flow throughout the body. Dr. O'Neill explains that many people experiencing neuropathy struggle with poor circulation, often noticing cold feet or numb hands. Cayenne helps promote warmth and healthy blood flow. How to use? Cayenne tea. Mix a small pinch of cayenne powder into warm water with lemon and honey. Cayenne cream. Combine cayenne powder with coconut oil or olive oil and apply carefully to affected areas. Always test a small area first. Poultice. Mix cayenne with castor oil, apply to a cloth, and place over affected regions for 15 to 20 minutes. Although cayenne can feel intense, many people find it beneficial for promoting circulation and warmth in areas that feel cold or numb. 3. Turmeric and curcumin, the natural anti-inflammatory. Turmeric, a golden root long revered in Ayurvedic medicine, is one of nature's most respected herbs for supporting a healthy inflammatory response. Its active compound, curcumin, is widely studied for its antioxidant properties. Barbara often calls turmeric the sunshine spice because of its vibrant color and broad range of traditional uses. It supports overall wellness, healthy liver function, and protection against oxidative stress. How to use. Golden milk. Mix half a teaspoon of turmeric powder into warm almond milk with a pinch of black pepper and a small amount of honey. Drink daily. Turmeric paste. Combine turmeric with coconut oil and apply externally to areas of discomfort. In cooking, add turmeric to soups, stews, curries, and smoothies for daily support. To enhance absorption, turmeric is commonly paired with black pepper. 4. Ginkgo biloba, the oxygen supplier. Known as the brain tree, ginkgo biloba has been used for centuries to support memory, mental clarity, and circulation. For neuropathy, it is often valued for its ability to promote healthy blood flow throughout the body. Barbara frequently recommends ginkgo for individuals who experience numbness, tingling, or occasional dizziness. By supporting circulation, it may help nourish nerve tissues. How to use. Tea. Steep 1 tablespoon of dried ginkgo leaves in hot water for 10 to 15 minutes. Tincture. Take 1 to 2 milliliters daily in water, preferably in the morning. Ginkgo's benefits are often gradual but can be long-lasting when combined with healthy lifestyle practices. 5. Gotu kola, the tissue rebuilder. Gotu kola is a gentle but highly respected herb traditionally used to support connective tissue, circulation, and cognitive function. Barbara often refers to it as the herb of renewal. In addition to supporting physical recovery, gotu kola has traditionally been used to promote mental clarity and emotional balance. How to use. Tea. Steep 1 teaspoon of dried gotu kola leaves in hot water for 10 minutes. Topical application. Apply gotu kola infused oil to affected areas to encourage circulation and skin health. It pairs well with ginkgo biloba as part of a comprehensive wellness program. 6. Skullcap and passionflower, the calming duo. Chronic pain affects more than the body. It can also drain emotional energy. Skullcap and passion flower are traditionally used to support relaxation and a calm nervous system. Barbara often recommends them for people who struggle with restlessness, poor sleep, or stress associated with chronic discomfort. Skullcap is valued for its traditional use as a nervine herb, while passion flower is widely used to promote relaxation and restful sleep. How to use. Tea blend. Combine equal parts skullcap and passion flower. Steep for 15 minutes and drink before bedtime. Tincture. Use 15 to 20 drops in water twice daily as directed. These herbs may help promote relaxation and support a balanced nervous system. 7. Comfrey and chamomile, the external healers. Some of the most comforting herbal remedies are applied externally. Comfrey has traditionally been used to support tissue repair and recovery, while chamomile is valued for its soothing and calming properties. How to use. Comfrey poultice. Mash fresh comfrey leaves and apply to affected areas for approximately 30 minutes. Chamomile compress. Soak a cloth in strong chamomile tea and apply to areas of discomfort. Together, these herbs can provide soothing support and encourage relaxation. Preparing herbal remedies. Tinctures, teas, poultices, and infusions. Barbara O'Neill believes that the kitchen is the best pharmacy. You do not need expensive equipment, only patience, quality ingredients, and consistency. Teas, infusions. Ideal for leafy herbs such as chamomile, skullcap, or ginkgo. Pour boiling water over 1 to 2 teaspoons of herbs, cover, and steep for 10 to 15 minutes. Tinctures. Concentrated liquid extracts, traditionally made by soaking herbs in alcohol or apple cider vinegar for several weeks. Only small amounts are usually needed. Poultices. Crushed or powdered herbs mixed with warm water or oil and applied directly to the skin. Oils and salves. Herbs such as St. John's wort and comfrey may be infused into olive oil or coconut oil and applied externally. One of the greatest advantages of herbal medicine is its flexibility. Remedies can be adapted to suit individual needs and preferences. Real-life stories of healing Dr. O'Neill often shares stories of hope to remind people that improvement is possible. One man came to her clinic struggling with severe discomfort associated with diabetic neuropathy. His feet were numb, and conventional treatments had provided little relief. Barbara guided him through a program that included St. John's wort oil massage, cayenne foot applications, turmeric tea, and dietary improvements. Within several months, he reported noticeable improvements in warmth and sensation in his feet. Another woman who experienced nerve discomfort following chemotherapy began drinking ginkgo biloba and gotu kola tea twice daily while following a simple anti-inflammatory eating plan. Gradually, her tingling and burning sensations diminished. She later remarked, "Nature gave me back the strength my treatment took away." These stories remind us of the remarkable healing capacity of the body when it is properly supported. Conclusion: trust the green healing power herbs are not quick fixes. They are patient teachers. They remind us that healing is a journey rather than a race. Each leaf, flower, and root carries centuries of traditional wisdom and works in harmony with the body's natural processes. Barbara O'Neill's herbal approach to neuropathy is not only about relieving discomfort. It is about restoring vitality, sensation, and balance to a system that has been asking for support. Whether through a soothing tea, a warming poultice, or a fragrant herbal oil, nature offers gentle encouragement to the body's healing mechanisms. When you embrace herbs with respect, consistency, and gratitude, you connect with one of the oldest healing traditions on earth, one that seeks not merely to ease discomfort, but to support renewal and restoration from within. Chapter 6: Restoring Circulation and Reducing Inflammation. If there's one truth Dr. Barbara O'Neill never tires of repeating, it is this: your blood is your life. Every cell, tissue, and nerve depends on the flow of that life-giving river. When blood moves freely, health flourishes. But when circulation slows or becomes thick with toxins, the body begins to suffer, and the nerves, being among the most delicate systems, are often the first to cry out in pain. Neuropathy, in many cases, does not begin with nerve malfunction alone. It begins with poor circulation and chronic inflammation, two silent disruptors that slowly strangle the body's communication network. The hands grow cold, the feet tingle, and pain becomes a daily companion. But here lies the hope. Circulation can be restored, and inflammation can be reversed. Nature provides simple, practical methods to awaken the body's natural flow again. This chapter explores Dr. Barbara O'Neill's approach to restoring vitality through circulation, using water, herbs, oils, breath, and gentle movement to bring healing back to the nerves and harmony to the body. Understanding how circulation impacts nerve health. Imagine the body as a vast city and the blood vessels as highways. The nerves, like communication lines, depend on these highways to deliver oxygen, glucose, and nutrients. When the roads are clear, messages travel fast, but when blockages, toxins, or inflammation narrow the passage, those messages become distorted or stop altogether. Dr. O'Neill often says, "A starved nerve is a screaming nerve." Poor circulation starves the nerves of oxygen, making them weak, slow, and hypersensitive. Over time, the lack of oxygen and nutrient delivery leads to degeneration, the hallmark of neuropathy. Circulation problems can come from many causes: sedentary lifestyle, long hours sitting or standing still, thickened blood due to dehydration, sugar, or poor diet, clogged arteries from fatty, processed foods, tension and poor posture, which restrict blood flow. In contrast, when blood flows freely, healing speeds up. Every organ receives its fresh delivery of nutrients, and the nerves begin to breathe again. Good circulation doesn't just bring relief from pain. It restores warmth, sensitivity, and movement. Barbara's philosophy is simple. You cannot heal the nerves without healing the blood that feeds them. Natural anti-inflammatories and blood purifiers. Inflammation and poor circulation are inseparable partners in disease. Inflammation acts like internal fire, meant to protect the body, but when it burns too long, it destroys the very tissues it is supposed to defend. Chronic inflammation tightens blood vessels, traps toxins, and irritates nerve endings. Dr. O'Neill emphasizes the importance of cleansing and cooling the blood. The goal is not just to suppress inflammation with painkillers, but to remove the source of irritation from within. Here are her top natural anti-inflammatories and blood purifiers. Turmeric, a golden root rich in curcumin, one of the most powerful anti-inflammatory compounds known. Turmeric reduces swelling, cools inflammation, and protects nerves from oxidative stress. Adding a pinch of black pepper enhances its absorption. Ginger improves blood flow, warms cold extremities, and reduces inflammation. Barbara recommends fresh ginger tea daily for neuropathy sufferers. Garlic, a potent blood thinner and detoxifier. Garlic helps reduce buildup in blood vessels and supports healthy circulation, ensuring oxygen reaches nerve endings. Lemon and beets. These support liver function, which helps filter toxins from the blood. A strong liver supports cleaner circulation. Nettle and dandelion leaf tea, natural blood purifiers that help flush out acids, uric crystals, and impurities that may contribute to tissue irritation. Omega-3 rich foods, such as flax seeds, walnuts, and avocados, which help reduce systemic inflammation and support nerve integrity. Barbara teaches that cleansing the blood is not a one-time event. It is a lifestyle. When your daily meals and drinks contain natural detoxifiers, your blood remains vibrant and your nerves remain nourished. Hydrotherapy techniques for circulation and nerve pain. Water is one of nature's oldest and simplest medicines. It has the power to stimulate circulation, calm inflammation, and refresh the entire body. Barbara O'Neill frequently demonstrates hydrotherapy as a core therapy for neuropathy because of its ability to restore balance without side effects. The key to hydrotherapy lies in temperature contrast, alternating hot and cold water to expand and contract the blood vessels. This creates a pumping effect that encourages blood movement, bringing oxygen-rich blood to damaged areas while removing waste products. Hot and cold compresses. Apply a hot towel or compress to the affected area for 3 minutes, followed by a cold compress for 30 seconds. Repeat the cycle 3 times, always finishing with cold. This technique helps reduce inflammation, improve oxygenation, and relieve nerve pain. Foot baths. For neuropathy in the feet, Barbara recommends alternating hot and cold foot baths. Immerse feet in hot water for 3 minutes. Switch to cold water for 30 seconds. Repeat 3 to 5 times. End with cold water, dry the feet, and massage with St. John's wort or cayenne oil. Hydrotherapy is simple, affordable, and powerful. It can be done daily at home and complements any natural healing routine. Barbara often reminds her audience that water therapy awakens the blood, It brings life back to places where pain has silenced vitality. Lymphatic drainage exercises and herbal detox baths. The lymphatic system is the body's silent cleaner. It removes waste, excess fluids, and toxins from tissues. Unlike the circulatory system, it has no pump of its own. It relies on movement, deep breathing, and massage. When lymph becomes stagnant, toxins accumulate, leading to inflammation and slow healing. Dr. O'Neill includes lymphatic drainage exercises in her neuropathy programs. Gentle rebounding. Light bouncing on a mini trampoline or skipping rope stimulates lymph flow. Brisk walking, even 10 minutes outdoors, encourages circulation and oxygen intake. Stretching, especially for the neck, shoulders, and lower back to release tension that may compress nerves. In addition, Barbara often recommends herbal detox baths to draw out impurities through the skin, the body's largest elimination organ. Detox bath recipe: 2 cups Epsom salts, rich in magnesium for muscle relaxation. Half cup baking soda helps neutralize acids. A few drops of lavender, chamomile, or rosemary essential oil. Optional, fresh herbs such as mint or thyme. Soak for 20 to 30 minutes, drink water afterward, and rest. The body feels lighter, calmer, and more open, showing how healing can be as simple as intentional bathing. Castor oil packs and cayenne rubs for pain relief. Few natural remedies rival castor oil for reducing inflammation and supporting tissue recovery. Barbara O'Neill often calls it liquid gold because of its ability to penetrate deeply, support lymph flow, and soothe inflammation. Castor oil packs. Soak a soft cloth in warm castor oil. Place it over the affected area, such as the lower back, legs, or feet. Cover with plastic wrap and apply heat for 30 to 45 minutes. After use, wipe the skin clean and rest. This practice may help improve circulation, reduce discomfort, and support detoxification of underlying tissues. Cayenne rubs. For stimulation and warmth, mix cayenne powder with olive or coconut oil. Rub gently on affected areas. Wash hands thoroughly afterward and avoid sensitive areas. Cayenne works by increasing blood flow to cold or numb regions, bringing warmth and oxygen where it is needed most. Barbara often advises alternating castor oil packs for deep support with cayenne rubs for circulation stimulation. Breathing exercises and posture correction. The way we breathe directly affects how we heal. Oxygen is the fuel of every cell, and shallow breathing deprives the body of what it needs for regeneration. Dr. O'Neill teaches that deep breathing enhances circulation, oxygenates blood, and supports lymphatic flow. The healing breath. Sit or stand with a straight spine. Inhale through the nose for 4 counts, expanding the abdomen. Hold for 2 counts. Exhale through the mouth for 6 counts. Repeat 5 to 10 times daily. This practice helps calm the nervous system, reduce anxiety, and improve oxygen delivery. Posture is equally important. Poor posture compresses vessels, restricts circulation, and strains the spine. Barbara encourages keeping shoulders back and spine aligned, avoiding long periods of crossed legs, stretching regularly during desk work. Good posture allows blood to flow freely, delivering oxygen to even the smallest nerves. The journey back to flow. When circulation is restored and inflammation reduced, the body begins to respond. Cold hands warm up. Tingling fades. Energy begins to move again. Dr. Barbara O'Neill's approach blends simplicity with practical science. Through clean nutrition, water therapy, movement, herbs, oils, and breath, she teaches people to work with the body rather than against it. Every step toward better circulation is a step toward renewal. You are helping your blood, your life force, move again. The same energy that flows through rivers flows through your veins, carrying healing wherever it is allowed to reach. So move gently, breathe deeply, soak, stretch, and rest. Let nature do what it has always done: restore balance, renew flow, and bring the body back to life. Chapter 7, Lifestyle Medicine, Daily Habits That Heal. Dr. Barbara O'Neill often says that healing doesn't happen by chance, it happens by choice. Every day, we either feed our health or feed our disease through the choices we make. It's not the grand changes that create lasting transformation, but the small, consistent habits we build into our daily lives. Healing neuropathy, or any chronic condition, is not only about herbs, food, or treatments. It's about how you live moment by moment. In this chapter, we explore Barbara O'Neill's concept of lifestyle medicine, a return to simple, natural habits that allow the body to repair itself. These daily practices don't just relieve pain, they strengthen the nervous system, calm the mind, and restore the body's natural rhythm. Healing becomes not a program to follow, but a way of life, one that nourishes, balances, and empowers. Health as a daily practice. Barbara O'Neill's philosophy begins with a fundamental truth. Health is not a destination. It is a journey you walk every day. She believes that every thought you think, every bite you eat, and every breath you take has either a healing or a harmful effect. The modern lifestyle, fast food, chronic stress, late nights, and endless screens has pulled people away from the simplicity that health requires. The nervous system, in particular, thrives on consistency, rest, and nourishment. When life becomes chaotic, the nerves respond with pain, fatigue, and emotional imbalance. Barbara reminds her students that healing requires slowing down and creating routines that support recovery. The body does not heal in confusion, it heals in rhythm. By restoring balance to your daily habits, you restore peace to your entire being, body, mind, and spirit. Sleep, stress, and nerve healing. One of the most overlooked aspects of healing is sleep. Dr. O'Neill teaches that the body does its deepest repair between 10 p.m. and 2 a.m. During these hours, the liver detoxifies the blood, the brain processes emotions, and the nerves regenerate. When sleep is cut short or delayed, this healing process is interrupted. Sleep is not just rest. It is medicine. For those suffering from neuropathy, deep, restorative sleep is crucial because nerve repair depends on growth hormones released during proper rest. Barbara recommends developing an evening routine that prepares the body for quality sleep. Turn off bright lights and screens an hour before bed. Drink calming herbal teas like chamomile, passion flower, or lemon balm. Avoid caffeine or heavy meals late in the evening. Take a warm bath with Epsom salts to relax muscles and improve circulation. Stress, like sleeplessness, is a major enemy of nerve health. When you are constantly tense or anxious, your body releases stress hormones such as cortisol and adrenaline. These chemicals constrict blood vessels, disturb digestion, and overexcite the nerves, leading to increased pain and inflammation. Barbara encourages cultivating peaceful habits such as prayer, deep breathing, journaling, or simply spending time in silence. She often says, "You cannot heal in the same environment that made you sick." For the nervous system to calm down, your inner world must find stillness. Learning to let go of worries, grudges, or fear is also part of healing. The body responds to the emotions you hold. When you begin to live with gratitude and forgiveness, your nerves begin to relax. Healing starts inside before it shows outside. How to structure your day for optimal recovery. Barbara O'Neill believes that healing happens best when life follows a gentle, natural rhythm. The body was designed to work with the sun, not against it, to rise in the morning light and rest in the evening calm. She often advises her patients to live by the clock of creation. Here is an example of how to structure your day for nerve recovery. Morning, awakening and cleansing. Begin the day with a glass of warm lemon water to cleanse the liver and hydrate the body. Spend 10 minutes in quiet reflection, prayer, or gratitude, setting a peaceful tone for the day. Go for a walk outdoors. Fresh air oxygenates the blood, awakens circulation, and strengthens the nervous system. Midday, nourishment and energy. Eat a balanced meal rich in greens, whole grains, and healthy fats. Take short breaks between work or chores. Prolonged sitting compresses nerves and slows blood flow. Practice deep breathing every few hours to reduce stress and maintain oxygen flow. Evening, restoration and calm. Keep dinner light to allow proper digestion before sleep. Engage in calming activities such as reading, stretching, or listening to soft music. End the day with gratitude, focusing on progress rather than pain. Structure creates stability, and stability heals. When you give your body predictable rhythms of rest, movement, and nourishment, it begins to trust you again, and that trust is the beginning of recovery. The power of walking barefoot, grounding. In her teaching, Barbara O'Neill often highlights a simple yet profound practice: walking barefoot on the earth, known as grounding or earthing. Modern life has disconnected us from the soil that once sustained us. We wear rubber-soled shoes, live in concrete environments, and rarely touch the natural world directly. Science now supports what ancient wisdom has long known. The earth carries a mild electric charge that helps neutralize free radicals in the body. When you walk barefoot on grass, soil, or sand, your body absorbs these electrons, reducing inflammation and balancing the nervous system. For those with neuropathy, grounding may offer notable benefits. It can improve sleep, reduce pain, and enhance circulation. Even 20 minutes a day can make a difference. Barbara encourages beginning each morning by standing on the ground barefoot if possible, breathing deeply, and allowing the body to reconnect with nature. She calls it resetting your internal electricity. It is a reminder that we are not separate from the earth. We are part of it, and it is designed to support and recharge us. Sunlight and the vitamin D connection. Few natural remedies are as essential as sunlight. Dr. O'Neill often says, the sun is the physician of the earth. It regulates mood, strengthens bones, and most importantly, helps the body produce vitamin D, a key nutrient for nerve and immune health. Vitamin D deficiency is common in people with chronic pain and neuropathy. Without sufficient levels, nerves struggle to repair, and the body becomes more sensitive to inflammation. Sunlight allows the skin to synthesize this vital nutrient naturally, unlike supplements, which may not always be absorbed effectively. Barbara recommends 15 to 30 minutes of direct sunlight daily, ideally in the early morning or late afternoon when the light is gentle. Expose your arms, legs, and face, and combine it with light activity such as walking or gardening. The sun also boosts serotonin levels, lifting mood and calming the mind. Barbara's approach is holistic. She views sunlight not only as a source of vitamin D, but also as a natural antidepressant and energy restorer. When you let the light in, she says, you awaken the body's desire to live. Simple home remedies for pain management. Dr. O'Neill's philosophy of healing is practical and accessible. She believes the best remedies are those you can prepare at home. For neuropathy and nerve pain, she recommends simple treatments that soothe inflammation, improve circulation, and support comfort. Hot and cold foot baths. Alternate between warm and cold water to stimulate circulation and reduce nerve tension. Herbal oils and massages. Gently massage affected areas with oils infused with St. John's wort, ginger, or cayenne pepper to increase circulation and reduce stiffness. Epsom salt soaks. Add 1 cup of Epsom salts to a warm bath. Magnesium helps relax the nervous system, reduce cramping, and improve sleep. Turmeric and honey tonic. Mix half a teaspoon of turmeric in warm water with a teaspoon of honey to help reduce inflammation from within. These remedies may appear simple, but their effectiveness lies in consistency. Barbara encourages turning self-care into a daily ritual, treating the body as a sacred home that deserves attention and care. Avoiding toxins. Sugar, alcohol, smoking, and processed foods. Barbara O'Neill speaks passionately about the silent poisons that damage health from within. She often says, you cannot heal in the same body that is still being poisoned. For nerves to recover, the bloodstream must be clean, which requires removing substances that clog and inflame the system. Sugar is one of the most damaging substances for the nervous system. It increases inflammation, thickens the blood, and damages small blood vessels, worsening neuropathy. Barbara recommends replacing refined sugar with natural alternatives such as dates, honey, or whole fruits. Alcohol numbs the nerves temporarily but damages them over time. It depletes B vitamins, which are essential for nerve repair, and weakens the liver. Smoking constricts blood vessels, reducing oxygen supply to the nerves and slowing healing. Processed foods, filled with chemicals, preservatives, and unhealthy fats, increase acidity and inflammation in the body. Barbara's principle is simple. If it does not grow from the earth, avoid it. Avoiding toxins is not restriction. It is liberation, freeing the body to heal without interference. When the blood becomes clean, the nerves regain their ability to repair, and the mind becomes clearer and calmer. The art of living well. The wisdom of Barbara O'Neill's lifestyle medicine can be summed up in one word: balance. Healing is not about perfection. It is about harmony between rest and activity, nourishment and cleansing, body and spirit. When you begin to see every daily act as part of your healing, the way you eat, breathe, rest, walk, and think, life itself becomes therapy. The simple things you do today accumulate into strength, resilience, and peace tomorrow. So rise with gratitude, eat with intention, move with joy, rest without guilt, step barefoot on the earth, let the sun warm your skin, And remember that your body was never meant to live in constant pain or stress. Your healing is not a distant dream. It is a daily practice. And with each mindful choice, you are not just restoring your nerves, you are restoring your life. Chapter 8, Emotional and Spiritual Healing in Neuropathy Recovery. Dr. Barbara O'Neill often reminds her audiences that you can't heal a body that's at war with itself. This truth lies at the heart of her philosophy, that healing goes far beyond physical remedies. Herbs, nutrition, and lifestyle changes can do much, but if the mind and spirit are burdened with unresolved pain, fear, or bitterness, the body will struggle to recover. The nervous system, in particular, mirrors the emotional state. When you live in tension, anger, or sorrow, your nerves remain overactive, inflamed, and weary. In this chapter, we explore the deeper dimension of neuropathy healing, the emotional and spiritual work that restores inner balance. It is about learning to release what weighs you down, to forgive what hurt you, and to open your heart to peace and faith again. Barbara O'Neill teaches that healing begins not just when you treat your symptoms, but when you treat your soul with kindness. The mind-body connection in pain. Pain is not only a physical sensation, it is also an emotional experience. The nerves carry electrical signals to the brain, but how the brain interprets those signals determines how much pain you actually feel. Two people can experience the same physical injury. One recovers quickly, while the other remains in agony for months. The difference often lies in the mind-body connection. Barbara explains that our thoughts and emotions directly affect our physiology. Chronic fear or anxiety keeps the body in a state of fight or flight. In this mode, stress hormones such as cortisol and adrenaline flood the bloodstream, tightening muscles, restricting blood flow, and amplifying nerve pain. On the other hand, calm, hopeful, and peaceful thoughts release endorphins and oxytocin, natural chemicals that soothe pain and promote healing. She often says, the body listens to every word the mind speaks. If your thoughts are constantly filled with fear, resentment, or hopelessness, your body responds with tension, inflammation, and fatigue. But when your mind begins to dwell on peace, gratitude, and the possibility of recovery, the body begins to mirror that peace. Dr. O'Neill encourages her patients to actively engage their minds in the healing process, to become partners with their bodies rather than victims of pain. Every positive thought and every hopeful word sends a healing message through the nervous system, telling the body it is safe to heal now. Forgiveness, peace, and stress reduction. Many people suffering from chronic pain carry invisible burdens, regret from the past, anger toward others, or disappointment in themselves. These emotions create inner tension that can physically manifest as nerve pain or ongoing discomfort. Barbara explains this through a simple principle. Unforgiveness is like holding a burning coal, expecting the other person to get burned. When we hold on to bitterness, the body remains in a constant state of stress. The nervous system becomes overstimulated, muscles tighten, and inflammation spreads. Forgiveness is therefore not only a spiritual virtue, it is a physiological necessity for healing. Forgiveness does not mean forgetting or excusing hurtful actions. It means choosing to release the grip that pain has on your heart. It is saying, I will not let this wound define me anymore. Many patients testify that after letting go of resentment, their sleep improved, their energy increased, and their pain reduced. Barbara encourages cultivating peace through simple daily practices, such as deep breathing, listening to calming music, or spending time in nature. Peace is not found by accident. It is created intentionally. In that peace, the body receives permission to heal. Prayer, meditation, and affirmations for healing. For Dr. Barbara O'Neill, spiritual healing begins with connection to God, to creation, and to one's inner self. She believes prayer and meditation are powerful tools for calming the nervous system and inviting restoration. Prayer is more than asking for healing. It is opening the heart to divine wisdom and allowing peace to replace fear. It shifts focus from pain to presence, from weakness to strength. Prayer can be silent gratitude, spoken words of faith, or quiet reflection in God's presence. Meditation trains the mind to become still. In stillness, the body relaxes, blood pressure lowers, and nerves settle. Even 10 minutes of daily meditation can reduce pain perception. Deep breathing during meditation, inhaling peace and exhaling tension, helps visualize healing flowing through the body. Affirmations are another powerful tool. These positive statements reshape the subconscious mind, replacing fear with faith. Examples include, "My body knows how to heal, and it is healing right now. Every cell in my body is filled with peace and light. I release fear and welcome calm." When spoken with belief, words influence brain chemistry and emotional state, reinforcing healing pathways. Barbara's biblical and spiritual insights on restoration. Dr. Barbara O'Neill's teachings are deeply rooted in her Christian faith. She often refers to the body as the temple of the Holy Spirit, a sacred dwelling designed for health and harmony. She teaches that illness often arises when we move out of alignment with divine order through neglect of rest, emotional burden, or harmful lifestyle choices. Restoration is therefore both physical and spiritual, a return to God's original design for wholeness. Scriptures such as Psalm 103, verse 2-3, remind believers of God's promises of healing. Barbara teaches that faith combined with action activates the body's natural ability to restore itself. Healing is often gradual, unfolding in layers of forgiveness, nourishment, rest, and faith. Her message is clear. When you walk in peace with God, healing follows naturally because you are living in alignment with creation. How negative emotions block healing energy. Negative emotions act like blockages in the body's natural flow. Anger, fear, guilt, and sadness cause the nervous system to contract. These energy blockages lead to muscle tension, poor circulation, shallow breathing, and nerve irritation. Barbara often compares this to traffic congestion. When roads are blocked, movement stops. In the same way, emotional congestion prevents healing energy from flowing freely. The solution is not suppression, but release. Emotions must be acknowledged and allowed to move through the body. Crying, journaling, talking with a trusted person, or honest prayer can help release emotional pressure. As emotional weight lifts, energy begins to flow again. Blood circulates more freely, nerves relax, and a sense of relief emerges. When the heart is uncluttered, healing becomes possible. Cultivating gratitude and faith through recovery. Gratitude is one of the most powerful healing forces. It shifts attention from pain to progress, from limitation to possibility. It changes emotional chemistry and supports nervous system balance. Barbara encourages keeping a gratitude journal, writing down 3 things daily, no matter how small. This practice trains the mind to recognize healing rather than focus on suffering. Faith is equally important. Faith is trust in the unseen process of recovery. It reassures the nervous system that safety exists, which reduces inflammation and pain response. Faith tells the body that healing is possible, even before evidence appears. Gratitude and faith act as spiritual anchors. They steady the heart and create emotional stability. A thankful heart becomes fertile ground where healing can grow. The wholeness of healing, emotional and spiritual healing, is not separate from physical healing. It is its foundation. When the heart is peaceful, the nerves begin to settle. When the mind is hopeful, the body regains strength. When the spirit is connected, the whole person begins to thrive. Healing neuropathy is not only about repairing nerves, but about restoring inner harmony. The body cannot fully heal what the heart refuses to release. You were designed to heal, body, mind, and spirit. Pain may have been your teacher, but peace becomes your healer. When fear is released and replaced with gratitude, forgiveness, and faith, life begins to flow again through every part of your being. And in that sacred flow, where peace replaces pain and faith replaces fear, true healing begins. Chapter 9. Real-life success stories and case studies. There is something profoundly powerful about hearing the story of someone who has walked through pain and come out whole on the other side. Information can educate, but stories inspire. Dr. Barbara O'Neill's work is filled with such testimonies, ordinary people who faced extraordinary suffering, yet found restoration through the natural, God-given methods she teaches. Each story is a reminder that healing is possible, no matter how long you have struggled or how hopeless your condition may seem. In this chapter, we journey through real-life transformations inspired by Barbara's workshops and clinics, stories of men and women who reversed neuropathy naturally, learned to trust their bodies again, and regained not just health, but life itself. These stories carry lessons, hope, and proof that the body can heal when given the right care and environment. A New Beginning, David's Story of Diabetic Neuropathy. David, a 62-year-old retired carpenter, came to one of Barbara O'Neill's health retreats with little more than a flicker of hope. He had lived with type 2 diabetes for nearly 20 years, and neuropathy had stolen the joy from his life. His feet burned constantly. Walking even short distances was excruciating, and his doctors had warned him that the damage was irreversible. He was told to accept the numbness, take painkillers, and manage the decline. Barbara met David during one of her Natural Healing for Chronic Illness workshops. She listened patiently and said gently, "Your body is not broken. It is burdened. Let's help it do what it was designed to do." Under her guidance, David began a full lifestyle transformation. He eliminated refined sugar, processed foods, and soft drinks. He learned to prepare simple, nourishing meals rich in greens, whole grains, and healthy fats. Each morning, he walked barefoot on the dewy grass in his backyard, grounding himself and breathing deeply. He practiced hydrotherapy foot baths with alternating hot and cold water to stimulate circulation. He applied castor oil packs at night and massaged his legs with cayenne-infused olive oil. The first few weeks were difficult. His body ached and doubt crept in. But Barbara encouraged patience, reminding him that healing happens in layers, not leaps. Within 6 weeks, his burning pain began to fade. By the 3rd month, he could walk without limping. His sleep improved, and his blood sugar stabilized naturally through diet. One morning, during a follow-up session, David shared with tears in his eyes, "I used to dread waking up. Now I look forward to the day. I have my life back." His story became a cornerstone in Barbara's workshops, a living testimony of the power of lifestyle medicine and faith in the body's design. The Teacher Who Found Her Strength Again, Maria's Story. Maria, a 49-year-old schoolteacher, suffered from severe nerve pain after years of chronic stress and poor nutrition. Her days were filled with exhaustion, and even simple tasks like writing on the board became painful. She tried antidepressants, anti-inflammatory drugs, and physiotherapy, but nothing helped. At Barbara O'Neill's seminar in Sydney, Maria heard a message that changed her perspective. Your body speaks through symptoms. Pain is not your enemy, it is your messenger. Those words shifted something inside her. She realized her body was not punishing her, but pleading with her to slow down. Barbara helped her build a gentle daily routine centered on rest, nourishment, and emotional healing. Maria began practicing deep breathing and journaling before bed. She replaced coffee with a green smoothie made of spinach, avocado, and ginger. Each evening, she soaked her feet in Epsom salt and lavender oil. Within 2 months, her pain reduced significantly, and her energy returned. But what surprised her most was her emotional calm. "It was like my nerves and my mind were healing together," she said. Her transformation showed that healing is not only about herbs or food, but about changing the relationship you have with your body. Once Maria stopped resisting her pain and began nurturing herself, her body responded with cooperation. When hope returned, a soldier's journey. Robert, a former soldier, suffered nerve damage in his lower back and legs after a combat injury. For years, he relied on strong pain medication that dulled his senses and drained his energy. He came to Barbara's clinic reluctantly, encouraged by his wife. Barbara told him gently, "You have been surviving on pain management, not healing. Let's help your body remember what it feels like to be alive again." Robert began with detoxification and dietary change. He eliminated alcohol, processed foods, and caffeine, and adopted a plant-based diet. He used turmeric tea for inflammation, St. John's wort oil for nerve repair, and ginkgo biloba to improve circulation. He also practiced hydrotherapy, alternating hot and cold showers and compresses on his lower back. Over time, his mobility improved. Stretching and breathing exercises helped him regain flexibility. But the deepest healing was emotional. Robert carried unresolved trauma from his military service, and Barbara guided him toward forgiveness and emotional release. She reminded him, "Healing is not just in your body, it is in your heart." After 6 months, Robert could walk without a cane and had significantly reduced his medication. "I used to think healing was for others," he said. "Now I know it is for anyone willing to work with nature." Common mistakes people make, and how they overcame them. Over decades of experience, Barbara O'Neill observed patterns that often delay healing. The good news is that each mistake can be corrected. 1. Expecting instant results. Many people expect natural healing to work like medication. When progress is slow, they lose motivation. Barbara teaches that nature heals gradually. Those who remained patient experienced the deepest transformation. 2. Ignoring emotional healing. Focusing only on diet and herbs while ignoring emotional stress slows recovery. When patients added forgiveness, gratitude, and meditation, healing accelerated. 3. Neglecting rest and sleep. Healing requires deep rest. Those who established consistent sleep routines saw faster nerve recovery. 4. Returning to old habits. Some relapse into processed foods or unhealthy habits after improvement. Barbara emphasizes that healing is a lifestyle, not a temporary program. Lessons from Barbara's workshops and clinics. Barbara's workshops are not just educational, they are experiential. People arrive burdened with pain and leave with renewed hope. The environment is calm, filled with herbal teas, fresh air, and simple routines like walking, breathing, and nourishing meals. She teaches not from distance, but among her students, often sharing personal encouragement and guidance. One of her strongest teachings is self-trust. She reminds participants, "You are your own best healer. I am only here to guide you." Through her approach, people learn that healing is not a single event, but a way of life. Food becomes medicine, rest becomes restoration, and awareness becomes healing. Evidence of natural healing in real lives. Across her clinics, consistent patterns of recovery appear. A woman with chemotherapy-induced neuropathy regained hand strength using St. John's wort oil, turmeric tea, and grounding exercises. A diabetic patient with severe numbness restored circulation using cayenne treatments, hydrotherapy, and dietary changes. These results are not isolated events, but repeated outcomes of supporting the body naturally. Patients often report improved mood, clearer thinking, better digestion, and renewed energy alongside nerve recovery. A message of hope. The greatest success story is not one person, but the collective transformation seen in thousands of lives. People arrive in despair and leave with hope restored. Pain is replaced with peace, weakness with strength, and fear with faith. Barbara O'Neill's message remains consistent. Healing is possible through simplicity, consistency, and trust in the body's design. Nature provides what the body needs when it is given the chance to respond. Every story in her work reinforces a single truth. The body knows how to heal when it is cleansed, nourished, and supported. These testimonies form a living reminder that recovery is not rare or accidental, but a natural outcome of living in alignment with health principles. Together, these stories form a tapestry of hope, a declaration that healing is available to anyone willing to believe, to act, and to give the body what it has always needed, to restore itself. Chapter 10, the 30-Day Neuropathy Healing Program. Healing is not something that happens by chance. It is something we cultivate through consistency, intention, and daily care. Dr. Barbara O'Neill often says, "The body does not need miracles, it needs cooperation." This final chapter gathers everything you have learned so far and transforms it into a structured, practical, and personal plan. A 30-day journey designed to awaken your body's natural healing power, restore nerve function, and bring lasting vitality. Think of this program not as a strict regimen, but as a rhythm of life, a way of aligning your habits with the laws of nature. Over the next 30 days, you will cleanse, nourish, move, and rest in harmony with your body's needs. As your body begins to trust your care, you will start to notice transformation, less pain, more energy, calmer nerves, and a renewed sense of hope. Daily detox and nutrition schedule. The foundation of Dr. O'Neill's healing philosophy begins with cleansing, removing what harms and replenishing what heals. This daily rhythm helps reset your system, improve circulation, and nourish damaged nerves. Morning. Cleansing and energizing. Begin each morning with a glass of warm water with lemon or apple cider vinegar. This supports liver function, improves digestion, and helps cleanse the blood. Spend a few minutes in deep breathing or gratitude journaling. Calmness of mind is the first step toward healing. Eat a simple nutrient-rich breakfast, such as green smoothie, spinach, avocado, flaxseed, ginger, or oatmeal with walnuts, blueberries, and chia seeds. Follow this with light movement such as a walk or stretching to stimulate circulation and lymph flow. Midday, nourishment and flow. Lunch should be your most nourishing meal. Choose whole grains, quinoa, brown rice, a variety of vegetables, plant proteins, lentils, beans, tofu, olive oil, turmeric, garlic, and herbs. Drink plenty of water throughout the day to support detoxification and nerve function. For snacks, choose fruits, nuts, or herbal tea. Evening, restoring and repairing. Keep dinner light to support nighttime healing. Examples: vegetable soup with sweet potatoes and carrots, or a fresh salad with avocado and sprouts. Before bed, soak feet in warm water with Epsom salt and lavender oil. Practice prayer or meditation. Prepare the mind and body for deep rest. Sleep is the body's most powerful healing time. Meal plan and herbal remedy chart. Food becomes medicine in this program. Focus on 3 healing categories: cleansing foods, lemon, cucumber, celery, garlic, beets, leafy greens. Rebuilding foods, avocados, nuts, seeds, legumes, whole grains. Protective foods, berries, turmeric, ginger, olive oil. Each meal should reduce inflammation, nourish nerves, and support circulation. Exercise, hydrotherapy, and rest routines. Movement restores circulation and oxygen flow to the nerves. Exercise, 20 to 30-minute daily walk, preferably outdoors or barefoot on grass. 10 minutes of stretching twice daily. Light resistance exercises for strength. Deep breathing exercises for oxygenation and calm. Hydrotherapy, hot and cold foot baths, 3 cycles daily or several times weekly. Castor oil packs, 3 times weekly on painful areas. Epsom salt baths, twice weekly for relaxation and magnesium support. Rest and sleep, 7 to 9 hours of sleep nightly. Consistent sleep schedule, no screens. 1 hour before bed. Calm, dark sleeping environment. Rest is not optional. It is essential for nerve regeneration. Hash progress checklist and symptom tracker. Healing unfolds gradually. Track your progress daily. Pain level, 1 to 10. Energy levels, sleep quality, circulation, warmth in hands, feet, mood and emotional state, digestion and appetite, mobility and flexibility. This helps you recognize small improvements that might otherwise go unnoticed. How to prevent neuropathy recurrence. Healing must be protected through lifestyle consistency. Stay hydrated. Avoid refined sugar and processed foods. Move daily and avoid prolonged sitting. Maintain a plant-based whole food diet. Manage stress through prayer, meditation, and breathing. Continue herbal support, turmeric, ginger, St. John's wort. Healing is not a moment, it is a lifestyle. Long-term maintenance for nerve health. After 30 days, continue strengthening your progress. 1 light detox day weekly. Hydrotherapy 2 to 3 times per week. Daily gratitude practice. Regular self-check-ins with your body. Continued sunlight, walking, and grounding. Those who continue these habits experience deeper vitality, not just symptom relief. Final encouragement. Taking charge of your healing journey. Healing neuropathy naturally is not about dependence on medication or external rescue. It is about rediscovering trust in the body's design. Dr. Barbara O'Neill's teachings remind us that nature always meets us halfway. When you eat clean food, breathe fresh air, move gently, rest deeply, and think peacefully, your body responds with intelligence and gratitude. Pain is not the end of your story. It is a turning point. It teaches awareness, balance, and self-care. As you complete this 30-day journey, remember, every choice matters. Every meal, every walk, every breath, every moment of gratitude is part of your healing. Healing is not a destination. It is a daily relationship between your body, your choices, and your spirit. Walk forward with faith, consistency, and patience. Because when you cooperate with nature, you discover a timeless truth. Your body knows how to heal, and given the right conditions, it always will. And closing pages. I preserved your voice and structure while improving flow, grammar, clarity, and book market appeal. About the book. Are you tired of living with burning, tingling, or numbness caused by neuropathy? Have you been told there is no real cure, only medication to mask the pain? Dr. Barbara O'Neill's Cure for Neuropathy reveals a powerful truth. Your body can heal itself when given the right conditions. Inspired by the teachings of renowned natural health educator Dr. Barbara O'Neill, this comprehensive guide uncovers time-tested herbal remedies, nutritional wisdom, and lifestyle principles that support natural nerve repair. Through gentle detoxification, healing foods, and simple daily habits, you will learn how to improve circulation, reduce inflammation, and support nerve regeneration without relying on synthetic drugs or invasive treatments. Each chapter is built on a holistic philosophy. True healing begins with understanding the body's design. From the power of turmeric, cayenne, and St. John's wort to the emotional healing found in forgiveness and gratitude, this book guides you step by step toward restoration of body, mind, and spirit. Inside, you will find a practical 30-day nerve healing program, herbal remedy guides, hydrotherapy techniques, meal plans, and inspiring real-life stories that demonstrate that recovery is possible. Stop managing symptoms. Start rebuilding your health from the inside out. Bonus, 33 vital facts about the natural approach to neuropathy. 1. The body can heal itself. The human body is designed for repair when given proper nutrition, rest, and balance. 2. Neuropathy has many causes. It is not a single disease, but a symptom of deeper issues such as diabetes, toxins, poor circulation, or nutrient deficiency. 3. Circulation is the lifeline of nerve health. Oxygen-rich blood is essential for nerve survival and function. 4. Inflammation is the real enemy. Chronic inflammation damages nerve tissue over time and must be addressed at its root. 5. Sugar worsens nerve damage. Refined sugar increases inflammation and impairs circulation. 6. Detoxification is essential. Healing begins by cleansing the liver, blood, and lymphatic system. 7. Water is medicine. Proper hydration supports blood flow and nerve signaling. 8. Healthy fats repair nerves. Avocados, flax seeds, walnuts, and olive oil support the myelin sheath. 9. B vitamins are essential. Vitamins B1, B6, and B12 support nerve regeneration and energy production. 10. Magnesium calms the nervous system. It reduces cramps, stress, and nerve overactivity. 11. Herbs support natural healing. St. John's wort, turmeric, cayenne, and ginkgo biloba support circulation and nerve repair. Chash. 12. Garlic purifies the blood. It supports detoxification and improves oxygen flow. 13. Turmeric reduces inflammation. Curcumin protects nerve tissue from oxidative stress. 14. Cayenne stimulates circulation. It increases blood flow to numb or cold areas. 15. St. John's wort supports nerve repair. It helps soothe nerve pain and supports regeneration. 16. Hydrotherapy improves circulation. Hot and cold water therapy stimulates blood flow. 17. Rest is essential for healing. Deep sleep supports nerve repair and recovery. 18. Stress slows healing. Chronic stress increases inflammation and pain sensitivity. 19. Forgiveness supports recovery. Emotional release reduces internal stress and tension. 20. Sunlight supports vitamin D production. It improves immunity, mood, and nerve health. 21. Grounding reduces inflammation. Walking barefoot helps rebalance the body's electrical system. 22. Food determines health outcomes. Whole foods heal, processed foods harm. 23. Toxins damage nerves. Alcohol, nicotine, and chemicals impair nerve function. 24. Emotions affect nerve health. Fear and anxiety can worsen neuropathy symptoms. 25. Gratitude strengthens healing. Positive emotions support brain and nerve function. 26. The liver is central to healing. It filters toxins and supports metabolic balance. 27. Small habits create big results. Consistency is more powerful than intensity. 28. Herbal oils relieve pain. Topical applications support circulation and comfort. 29. Movement keeps nerves active. Exercise improves oxygen delivery and nerve function. 30. Healing is holistic. It involves body, mind, and spirit working together. 31. A 30-day plan builds structure. Consistency creates momentum for recovery. 32. Prevention is ongoing. Healthy habits must be maintained long-term. 33. You are part of your healing. Your choices activate your body's natural recovery process. Final reflection. These 33 vital facts form a practical blueprint for supporting the body's natural ability to heal neuropathy. They remind us that recovery is not about suppressing symptoms, but about restoring balance from within. When you commit to clean nutrition, consistent rest, daily movement, emotional peace, and natural therapies, you create the right environment for healing to take place. Healing is not distant. It begins with your daily choices and continues as a lifelong practice of care, awareness, and alignment with nature. Other books by the author. 1. Dr. Barbara O'Neill's Herbal Natural Remedies for Diabetes. 2. Dr. Barbara O'Neill's Detox and Parasite Cleanse. 3. Dr. Barbara O'Neill's Cure for Vaginal Infections. 4. Dr. Barbara O'Neill's Natural Herbal Remedies for Obesity. 5. Dr. Barbara O'Neill's Natural Herbal Remedies for Breast Cancer. 6. Dr. Barbara O'Neill's Cure for High Blood Pressure. 7. Dr. Barbara O'Neill's Cure for Diabetes. 8. Natural Remedies for Holistic Healing, recommended by Dr. Barbara O'Neill. 9. Dr. Barbara O'Neill's Cure for Breast Cancer. 10. Dr. Barbara O'Neill's Cure for Cervical Cancer. 11. Dr. Barbara O'Neill's Cure for Obesity. 12. Dr. Barbara O'Neill's Natural Remedies and Self-Healing Therapies. 13. Dr. Barbara O'Neill's Cure for Weight Loss. 14. Dr. Barbara O'Neill's Cure for Colorectal Cancer. 15. Dr. Sebi Cure for Diabetes. 16. Dr. Barbara O'Neill's Weight Loss Cookbook for Type 2 Diabetes. 17. Dr. Barbara O'Neill's Cure for Arthritis. 18. Dr. Barbara O'Neill's Cure for Asthma. 19. Dr. Barbara O'Neill's Cure for Menstrual Cramps. 20. Dr. Barbara O'Neill's Cure for Insomnia. 21. Dr. Barbara O'Neill's Cure for Anxiety. 22. Dr. Barbara O'Neill's Cure for Erectile Dysfunction. 23. Dr. Barbara O'Neill's Cure for Overweight. 24. Dr. Barbara O'Neill's Cure for Lung Cancer. 25. Dr. Barbara O'Neill's Cure for Prostate Cancer. 26. Dr. Barbara O'Neill's Cure for All Diseases. 27. Dr. Barbara O'Neill's Cure for Body Odor. 28. Dr. Barbara O'Neill's Recipes. 29. Dr. Barbara O'Neill's Cure for Burnout. 30. Dr. Barbara O'Neill's Cure for Stress. 31. Dr. Barbara O'Neill's Cure for Stroke. 32. Dr. Barbara O'Neill's Cure for Acne. Dr. Barbara O'Neill's Cure for Eczema. 34. Dr. Barbara O'Neill's Cure for Human Papillomavirus. 35. Dr. Barbara O'Neill's Cure for Hepatitis. #attention, if you find value in this book, please consider leaving a review or comment online. Your feedback is deeply appreciated and helps others discover this work. Thank you for your support. A journey back to wholeness. Healing is never just the removal of pain. It is the restoration of wholeness, a return to balance, rhythm, and harmony within the body, mind, and spirit. As you come to the end of this book, it is important to understand that neuropathy is not simply a condition to manage, but a message from the body asking for change, attention, and care. Throughout these chapters, you have been guided through a different way of seeing health, one that does not depend solely on suppression of symptoms, but on cooperation with the body's natural intelligence. You have learned that circulation, nutrition, herbs, movement, rest, emotions, and spiritual peace all work together as one unified system of healing. Dr. Barbara O'Neill's philosophy reminds us that the body was never designed to break down without reason. It responds to what we feed it, how we treat it, what we believe, and how we live. When those elements come into alignment with nature, healing becomes not only possible, but expected. This journey is not about perfection. It is about consistency. Small daily choices, clean food, deep breathing, forgiveness, hydration, sunlight, rest, and gratitude accumulate into powerful transformation over time. What once felt like decline can become recovery. What once felt permanent can begin to change. There may be moments of doubt along the way. Healing is rarely linear, but even in those moments, the body is still listening, still responding, still rebuilding quietly beneath the surface. Trust that process. As you move forward, remember this: you are not powerless. You are not broken. You are participating in one of the most intelligent systems ever created, a body designed for repair when given the right environment. Let this be your new foundation. Not fear, but understanding. Not resignation, but participation. Not dependency, but cooperation with nature's laws. May you walk forward with patience for your body, compassion for yourself, and faith in the process of restoration. And may you discover in time that healing was never something outside of you. It was always within you, waiting to be awakened. Your journey does not end here. It begins again, every single day you choose life, balance, and wholeness.